Are we on? Okay, we're on. Hi! Welcome back to Clocked Out Garage. I'm just kidding. Listen. I've been a really lazy piece of trash the past couple weeks, okay? I made a big mistake of taking and putting a smart TV in front of my couch in the house. So, I used to not have a smart TV in the front room of my house. It used to be in my room. So at night when I go to bed, I would watch TV. Well, what happened was I would come home and I'd be like, I'm hungry. So I'd get me a bowl of cereal and I would sit there and I'd eat my cereal and I'd watch YouTube. And I would sit there and sit there and sit there, wait for my boy Alex to get to the house. And then we would just sit there and sit there. And I'm really sorry um, to the people I'm supposed to be working on stuff for. But I went back to work. I was off for a couple weeks. It was nice. I had to go back to work a couple weeks ago, and I've been pretty tired. And I've just been just the laziest piece of trash on the whole planet. So we're out here Sunday night. We're gonna bang some stuff out this week. Next weekend we got I-64 coming up for the anyway. There's a race at I-64. We go to these races all the time. Good dude, great friend of mine runs these races. They're so much fun. They got like 47 classes you can run. Always a good time. There's never really too many big tire cars there, but that's just the name of the game. We run big tires. There's never really a full class, which is fine. But the cool thing about this race is after the prep event is over, they're going to spin it around and run a backwards race. So, yeah, they're going to spin it all the way around just like that. We're going to start way down coming off the hill at the very end of the finish line or the shutdown. We're going to flip it around. We're going to run it backwards. It's going to be a really good time. Meanwhile, we got some things to do this week. We're going to work on the yellow car a little bit. We're going to try to work on the yellow car a lot, actually. I've got to get this thing done so I can get the Fairmont in here. We're doing a 25.5 on the Fairmont, or close to a 25.5. I got to get that in here. I got some other people I've been promising I'm going to do their stuff for them. I got some guys that don't want anybody else to do their stuff except for me, which is awesome. We got to hang some weight on the front of the car one night this week. I'm going to cut a plate out in the plasma that's going to bolt to the tube front end so we can put some lead bars on it. Because as you've seen, we have some wheelie problems. Hopefully to resolve that so we can really get after it down low and throw the steam to these things. And we're going to be mean to it. We're going to be really, really mean to it. Hopefully the track takes it. Hopefully the track's in good shape. Hopefully the weather's good. It's supposed to be like 70, 71, 72, 73 degrees, which is flawless. Have some heat in the track. Going to be a good time. We're going to really, really try to get after it and go some fairly fast times. I don't want to say too much about what we're trying to do, but it's not that big of a surprise. I mean, it's a twin turbo LS. It's supposed to be fast, so it's not a big surprise. So yeah, we're gonna try to go 150 in the eighth, 150 plus mile an hour in the eighth. We'll see if we can get there. Last time we were there, went 147 on the single, which made me really think hard about not going to twins. But we're gonna try to see what these things are made of. I think we got all the exhaust leaks sealed up. Got the new turbo blankets on. Those look good. Those are VS Racing blankets. Got this from VS Racing. They fit good on the new V-band turbine housing. So we got that done. Like I said, we're gonna hang some weight. We got a lot of stuff going on. So tonight we're gonna do a little bit of plasma cutting. I got a friend you saw a while back that I did the Woolman Farms thing for. Well, they decided they wanted some license plate pieces to go in the front license plate area, I assume, because Ohio no longer requires a front plate. So we're gonna cut some of those out tonight. You're gonna see a little bit of that. I got some other stuff I'm working on for a couple things. So I have to transfer some info from my design computer to the main operation computer, and we'll be back in a few minutes after we change some. We're going to do a little bit thinner material on those. We're going to step down from the 1/8 inch to the 14 gauge for that kind of stuff. No reason to have a big thick piece for that. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Save that. The wrong file. So a while back, you probably saw some stuff on the Facebook page about the Four Finger Hops. It's a friend of mine's wife's dad, I guess his father-in-law or something like that, owns a brewing company or some hops company, something like that. Well, his name is Four Finger Hops. I did a big sign for them. They put some lights behind it. It was really neat. So they wanted some license plate pieces, because now in Ohio you're not required to have a front license plate. So they wanted me to do some Four Finger Hops license plate. Looks like this. They wanted me to do some of those for the front of their vehicles, which is really neat. I think that's pretty cool. They called me back to do something for them like that, so that's pretty cool. We're going to cut 5 of these tonight. We're going to do some little bit thinner material. We're going to step down from the 1/8 inch to the 14 gauge. That's going to be a little nicer stuff to use for like a license plate, so it's not real heavy. So we're going to change out some material, transfer some info from the design laptop / tuning laptop / everything laptop to the main tower hub over here, and we'll be back. All right, so we got one of the Four Finger Hops plates up here. It looks pretty neat. The cool thing about this sheet cam program, which I said the wrong program on the last video, you gotta come into sheet cam to set up your cut, so that the Mach 3 loader knows what to do with it once you put it in G-code. So I've got this here. It's kind of cool. You can kind of do some different options here and show the path, which way it's going to cut, and all kinds of neat stuff. But we're going to cut 5 of these. So what we're actually going to do is, I've already got one of them laid out. So now what you do is you come into this little thing here, which is nesting, and I can hit nesting, and I come over here, and I can do a duplicate. That's going to make another one, and I can just set this thing right up here, and I'm actually we're gonna cut 5 of these, like I said, right? So duplicate, we'll put another one right next to it. We're gonna duplicate another one, and we're gonna put it here. And then we're gonna duplicate one more, and we're gonna put it up here. Now, license plates are only 6.5 inches tall, or something like that. So we got 6, 12, 18, 19.5 inches. So we're still within like a 24-inch square here, 24 by 24. So a lot of things I cut, I price them as 24 by 24 or larger. So this is pretty cool. I got all these things ready to go. I've zoomed in real far here to make sure that certain things aren't going to act funny down in here. Everything looks really good the way it's going to cut, so I'm not too concerned about that, even though I have to change this. Oh, I gotta click on this one, that's right. So I gotta click on this one, then I come over here. All right, perfect. It's not working. Here we go. So I was in a hurry and forgot that this is not 1/8 inch. So we're actually going to be cutting 14 gauge. Let me make sure I don't have anything crazy going on here. Fine cut 14 gauge. So we're going to set our tool to 14 gauge with the fine cut tools and do that. And then I have to do the same thing to this one. Completely forgot. It would have been fine. I wouldn't have screwed anything up. But I like to have things set correctly. So again, fine cut 14 gauge. Okay, now everything's back the way it should be. And like I said, we gotta come up here, hit this little P, and then this is gonna save G code, Four Finger Hops plates. Save that. That just bam. Now it's G code. I have to turn this on first. We're gonna minimize. Come over here to Mach 3 loader. And then I gotta set the torch height control. It's been a while if I remember. I think it was what, 78? So we're going to put that at 78. That'll allow the torch height to stay the same distance from the work piece all the time, no matter if the sheet goes up or down. Which these sheets are pretty low. I mean, there's some real amazing plasma cutters out there, some big $1 million machines that you can cut like the wavy metal stuff, and it'll stay right there. It's really awesome. I've not tried that with this. I probably never will. I have no reason to cut that stuff. But so that's kind of where we're at with this. When we go up here, we're going to go load G code, and got to come down here, 4-finger hops plates. Like I said, this is a pretty big cut, so it takes a few seconds to get it ready to go. We're going to start from that corner down there, as always. So as soon as this loads up, like I said, we'll square it up, and we'll hook the ground up, turn the plasma cutter on like that, and give us a few minutes here, and we'll be ready to go, and we will show you the cut. Alright, so everything's loaded up. We got the piece squared up. We actually got lucky and laid it dead square on the work surface here, which is awesome.
Calibrated hands.
Calibrated hands, you know. So I got the X and the Y already zeroed. The torch is off material, so I don't even have to reset 0 because it goes down and does a torch height control test by itself. I don't have to do anything with that. So all I have to do is hit cycle start, and it's ready to go. So we're gonna start cutting here in just a couple minutes. We're gonna do a little time warp for you, so it's a lot faster, so we don't bore you to death with this long freaking cut. Not that it's that long, but cutting 5 of them is gonna take a couple minutes. So the 14 gauge stuff I think runs at the 14 gauge stuff runs at 110 inches a minute, which is fast, but not. I ran it at 140 inches a minute, but man, it gets a little sloppy around the corner and stuff like that, so I don't like to run it that fast. But yeah, so we're ready to go. So you'll see here in just a couple seconds what this looks like in a time warp. It's gonna be pretty sweet. So there was your 2 minutes and 30 seconds of plasma cutting, which is kind of cool, I guess. So what we had was I got a little close to the edge of the sheet there, and this thing has what they call a lead in and lead out. So it'll lead into the cut and then lead out of the cut, so you don't have like a little spot where you see this cut start. So it actually started off the sheet a little bit when it was cutting this piece here. So what I gotta do is I gotta go back in here and just retell it to cut just the outside line, which isn't a big deal. But so I gotta delete some of these. I don't know that I can delete this one. It's probably really, I'm actually not gonna try that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one, I'm going to lay it right over top the other one. Because if I delete the first one, it'll delete all of them. I don't want to do that. Now I got it stuck. But that's fine, it's close enough. So what I can do, I'm going to go in here and I can delete this one. Now we just have this one left over. So it's going to come up. I have to delete this piece here. So now all we're left with is this last piece. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to go to G code. I'm going to save it as oops. And we'll save that. Okay, we'll go over here to, we're going to load G code. We're going to go down to 4 finger hops, plates, oops. Just like that, boom, boom. And then you'll see it right here in a second. I'm going to go ahead and play it. It's going to be a real quick cut. But Alex, if you would actually hit go on that when I get over here so I can make it ground to something so it'll take off. So I just got to set something over here so it's got something to ground to so it'll take off and run. So, alright Alex, if you would, go ahead and hit start on that. You have to do it again. So whenever it stops, go ahead and hit start again. I'll have to keep it a little closer. This happens sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little too close and it don't like it. So give me a second, let it come back over here. I'll see if I can keep it close enough. Go ahead and hit start again. Crazy it's not wanting to keep going. Let's try a little something different here. Here we go. I'm going to lay that right up against the edge. Nice straight piece. And it should take off and run. So Alex, one more time. Alex, one more time. It should stay grounded and work correctly here. So, that stupid thing. Messy. Alright, so it's a little loud in here. We almost had a screw up there, but we got it taken care of. And it's not that it messed the part up at all, because it still looks perfect here, but the torch was just gliding right next to the piece. So it didn't have anything to create the ground or finish the circuit for it to actually cut. So I should have started it over a little farther, but I thought I had enough space. But anyway, got all 5 pieces cut. They all look good. The customer should be happy with it. Got to blow them all off and get all the dross off the back of them. all 5 of them will be good. So there is that. That's pretty much all we've got for you tonight. I know it was a simple little video. That's pretty much it for, like I said, this evening. I don't think of anything else I want to say or anything like that. No, probably tomorrow night we're going to start a little more on the yellow car. We'll show you guys a little more about that and why it's in the air, why it's got the drive shaft in it, even though it's not even a running car. For some of the angle measurements to make sure the geometry is right, things like that. So tomorrow we'll get back with you. For the next day, you'll see another video after this one's posted. We're going to try to do at least every couple days, or once a week, or every other day, or maybe even every day. Get some more stuff out there to kind of show you guys what we're about. So thanks for hanging out with me and Alex tonight, and we'll see you next time.